Welcome back everyone, Mariah here. Today's video, we got a list of fun things that we're gonna be covering. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I took Sunday off because I had a few too many beers on Saturday and I really wasn't functioning completely and properly. See, this is a problem. I'm losing earrings. I still don't have my shit together. And if anyone wants an update, the lizard, I'm pretty sure is still in the same spot. It's been about 4 days at this point. And I'm pretty sure I see his little head sticking out, but I don't want to get too close, one. And the other issue with the lizard is that I kind of rather not know that he's here, but okay, let's see if I can keep my earring on for the rest of this video. Okay, we're gonna be going over what I have sold in the last 48 hours, okay? If I bought anything, if I've sold anything, what those coins were and how much and the reasons why. I'm gonna be talking to you about a change that I'm gonna be making in terms of adding to one of the either BlockFi or Nexo platforms. I'm gonna be adding to that and I'll be telling you why and exactly how much. I'm gonna be going over, so I locked up one Bitcoin for 30 days on Nexo and I got an extra 1%. So I'm gonna be giving you the details because that Bitcoin was just released. I'm gonna be talking a little bit about my Nexo strategy with the current rates, obviously, that are changing, that are coming up. We're gonna do a market price review. I'm gonna be going over definitely Bitcoin and Ethereum and where I see those prices going in the near term. Ethereum new all-time highs. It's been freaking crazy the last 24 hours. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an update on my car rental experiment. I bought 3 more vehicles on Saturday that I'm going to pick up today. And so I'm gonna be giving you guys an update on how much my little side hustle has been making and what new vehicles I have bought to start renting out. So first things first, what have I sold in the last 48 hours? So you guys know that I had sent about 10 Ethereum from BlockFi over to Coinbase Pro. I did that because I wanted to basically sell some Ethereum, right? I'm really bad at taking profit off the table, and I thought that it was an appropriate time to start doing that, especially, because I do have some leverage. I have a lot of loans on, taken out through Nexo. So you could see over here that I started selling, well, actually, let me go ahead and show you guys it in a different form so that it's a little bit easier to kind of see. So my filled orders over here, oh yeah, this is perfect. So you could see here, this is April 29th. I sold my first Ethereum at 2,700, okay? Yes, I know, okay, it's gone up $500 since then, but I'm okay with that because I believe that I will have the opportunity to buy back below $2,700 in the near future. Okay, then I sold again at 2763, another full Ethereum. Then I sold another one at 2851. So as the price was rising, I was continuously selling. Honestly, it would be great to do a trailing stop loss. I think I could do a trailing stop loss on Binance. I'm not 100% sure. I don't use Binance that often, but that's kind of the tough part with a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges is that there's not too many options for a trailing stop loss. So for example, for those of you that don't know what a trailing stop loss is, let's say for example, you basically have this sell order that sits below the price, the current price, and it could be a dollar amount or it could be a percentage. And so as the price goes up, then basically the sell order just trails behind it so that you're getting out closer to the top basically. Then I started selling some Ethereum Classic. I didn't have a huge position on Ethereum with Ethereum Classic. I think I had about 120, and I started purchasing them at $14. I'm pretty sure it was less than a month ago. So, my investment had basically tripled. So I started slowly selling off some Ethereum Classic. I started at $40.81, and then I started selling Ethereum as it was getting closer to $3,000, $29.50. $29.21. Then I sold 2 Ethereum at $31.62, and I sold another 2.9 at $31.57, and that basically cleared out all of my holdings of Ethereum on Coinbase. I could still send some more over from BlockFi, but the reason why I'm selling on Coinbase is because the fee is a lot cheaper. But let's I've been telling you guys to be careful and watch out when it comes to if you're trying to sell through BlockFi. So let's go ahead and see here. Let's go ahead and see if we were to sell 1 Ethereum, what the rate would be. So the rate would be 31.25, and then the current rate on Coinbase Pro is, let's take a look here, 31.66. So honestly, not a huge spread. And if I was to basically sell one Ethereum on Coinbase Pro, let's see what my fee would be. So at the market, I'm gonna sell one Ethereum, $6.32. So basically 31.54 is what I would be getting on Coinbase Pro, and 31.30 is what I would be getting. So in this case, it's about a $24 difference, which I've seen a much bigger difference before. So that is like somewhat reasonable. And even though BlockFi says that they don't charge you fees, they're giving you less money for your Ethereum. So that's like, it's basically hidden fees. All right, don't let them trick you. Don't let them trick you. Okay, so that's what I have been doing when it comes to the things that I've sold. Like I said, or like you saw, I sold off all of my Ethereum Classic. The best price I got was $49.20 on it. Let's go ahead and see what the current price is right now. UTC $49.30. Okay, so it actually, like the 1 hour chart looks really great. Like there's plenty of more room for upside, but I was just like, you know what? I want to sell off something. It's what I already kind of had in Coinbase. I was up 3x, you know. I think there's been from time to time, I get a little bit too greedy and I want to be all in on crypto, but because of the situation I am with taking out loans, I got to take some profits. I have to. So now what am I going to do? I have, you know, $39,000 in my Coinbase account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert that to USDC, and I'm going to send it over to either BlockFi or Nexo. And so if I send it over to Nexo, let's see here, how much would I be getting? It's up to 12%. So basically, if I send it over here, I'm getting 12%, but I'm also getting it in the form of Nexo tokens. So the good news there is that last time I checked this morning, my balance of Nexo coins versus my portfolio was about 13 to 14%, which is good because I need to be at 10% or above. So the nice thing is that when I earn in Nexo tokens, that kind of like helps me just accumulate more and always be in a situation where I can maintain that platinum status. So, and I also think that Nexo coins are going to do like outperform Bitcoin, so it's not a bad idea. So what I'm actually going to do right now is I am going to add USDC to this account. I'm going to go to my portfolio. I'm going to convert this into USDC, max amount, convert. Okay, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep a couple $1,000s in my Coinbase account so that if I want to send anything out to my banks, because that's kind of like I find it to be the easiest way and the fastest way to get funds from exchanges US dollar wise to your bank. And so I'm going to withdraw, and out of the 39,000, I am going to send over, I'm going to do 37,000. That leaves me with about 2,200 left. That should pay my bills for the next month. All right, so that transaction is complete. You know, obviously it would have been beneficial if I was to send a USDC over to BlockFi, because right now I'd be earning 12%. But to be honest with you, earning 12% in Nexo coins is more appealing to me, because I do believe that the Nexo coins are going to appreciate over time. So I basically gave you guys the rundown of what I sold, where I'm sending my USDC. Now let's get into some details when it comes to locking up that one Bitcoin. So on Nexo, under Bitcoin here, there's this little manage wallet tab, and you can basically kind of get, you know, some details on exactly like what parts of your Bitcoin are being used for what, like the savings wallet versus the credit line wallet. Okay, so fixed terms. You can see here, this is my previous term. I locked up for 1 month, and in return, I got a bonus of 1% in Nexo coin. So you can see here that it was released on May 1st, and I earned 120 Nexo tokens, which is pretty awesome because, and that was like, I believe, the regular rate plus like obviously the 1%. So 120, let's say like the price today was about, 390, not 290. So 390. So about, hold on, did I do that correctly? 390 times 120. So yeah, $468 in Nexo coins. That's a huge win. Like, that's amazing passive income that you literally have to do nothing for to earn in a month. Like, that is incredible. So I don't think that I'm going to do another fixed term at this time. I might change my mind in the coming days, but I'm kind of okay with where I'm at now. And then also too, when you lock up a coin, they don't pay you daily. So you could see here that on May 1st, fixed term withdrawal. So then they moved 1 BTC from one wallet to the next. And then you could also see here that they paid me at 10 p.m. the 120 Nexo tokens. Something to take into consideration if you are a Nexo user, there's changes that are coming up and you could benefit from taking certain actions before those changes go into effect. So basically we know that borrowing rates will start at 6.9% APR. That starts May 26th. So you have about 23 days if you want to reach like platinum status and get as low as 5.9% on your loans. You have about 23 days to make that decision. And so from what I've understood is that anyone that takes out a loan after that, then the rate's going to go up. They're talking like they only will be changing the rates once per year. Let's hope that stays the same. And then the loan to value ratios are going to change effective May 5th. So that's also something to take into consideration if you are thinking of taking out any loans. I'm assuming that the loans that I already have are not going to go up to 6.9%. And I say that because I think it would technically be like illegal for them to all of a sudden change the rate, but probably not. I would say in the terms and conditions, they have the rates as, they say that they're flexible, I'm sure, but from what I've understood is that it's only going to be new loans that are at 6.9%. But I could be wrong. I guess we will find out. All right, let's head to the charts and see how the charts are doing. So Bitcoin here, it's almost noon here Eastern time, 57,738. Let's go ahead and back up to the daily chart and then we will continue zooming in. So what I'm kind of expecting here is like maybe a couple more days of upside for Bitcoin and then maybe like a 1 to 4 day pullback and then maybe shoot for new all-time highs. But it's going to be very critical to see what happens. I mean, if we could see a higher low formed and then a higher high after that, then, that does look pretty promising when it comes to Bitcoin. The 12-hour chart is trending upwards nicely. It made a, low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. So the 12-hour chart actually looks pretty darn good. 4-hour chart, let's see here. 4-hour chart has recently just made a higher high as well. So, a lot of these time frames are looking really nice on Bitcoin. We just got to wait and see if the continuation continues. So, 1-hour chart here, pulling back a little bit. And you could see here, like, these two lines that I drew, which I'm still not really sure why I drew those lines, are showing, are being frequently hit as support and resistance. Let's take a look at the 5-minute on Bitcoin. The 5-minute is trending downwards. It'll be interesting to see if it breaks this line right here, but making lower lows on the 5-minute. We should see exactly where it topped. It basically had a double top. If you see this right here. So the high of this candle was 58,986. The high of this one, 58,979. So basically a double top there. Ethereum, wow. Ethereum on fire. Let's back it up to the daily chart on Ethereum. Let's see here. So the high has been about 3,200. Congratulations to everyone holding Ethereum. It's been quite a wild ride, to say the least. The daily chart, can continue. Honestly, there's probably a good chance that I am selling off my Ethereum too early, and I understand that, okay, but I do think that Ethereum is going to pull back at some point. It could be tomorrow, it could be in a couple months, but it will pull back, and it will pull back significantly. The 12-hour chart is looking a little bit toppy, so maybe like a couple, maybe like a 1 to 4 candle pullback and then more room to the upside. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart here. This is the thing is like, you know, Ethereum's in price discovery. So it's really hard to say like, oh, I think it's going to go here, because these are like new price levels that we've never seen before. So we have to see what the market does in terms of supply and demand to see where the price will top. So that's what's really fun about when you're making new all-time highs, is just price discovery mode. 4-hour chart looks like it has more room for upside with Ethereum. Had a red 9 here, a few candles of pullback, and let's see here on this 1 hour, if this green 2 goes above this green 1 and the high of this green 1 candle here is 31.95, we are probably going to be making new all-time highs by the end of the day. I wouldn't be surprised. This is the thing, is that I think that we're going to know that the top is in when we see it pull back really sharply. And, you know, when it topped here on this candle, you know, it pulled back, you know, like 3% or so, and then, you know, continued back to the upside. So I think that Ethereum is poised to make new all-time highs by the end of the day. Let's take a look at the 5-minute on Ethereum. It is trending upwards. Yeah, it was kind of trending downwards since, let me guess. Oh no. Trending downwards since 4:40. So that was 4:40 a.m. Eastern time. And then that's when it hit that top. And then it's been pulling back. And this was that local bottom here at 9:45 a.m., which is really interesting. Just 15 minutes after the stock market opened. Are we surprised? No, we're never surprised when there is a market, when there's correlations between the two markets. SPY here opened up really strongly and then has pulled back slightly as the afternoon approaches. Let's see what Tesla's looking like today. Tesla, down a little bit at 684. Let's take a look. I always like to look at Tilray at 1718. Ooh, the marijuana market has taken quite a hit today. Everything is down like 4 to 6, 7%. Oh, my penny stocks. I forgot to take a look at those. Oh, one of them was up 4% today. So my penny stocks really haven't done much in the last couple of weeks. I basically took out double of what I put in. And then I still have my balance there is like maybe 12 to 14,000. So I've taken out what I put in. I've taken out double of what I put in. I still have a little bit riding. But at this point, I'm kind of thinking like, do I want to turn that over into crypto? So yeah, I mean, things overall in the crypto market are looking really strong. Nexo at $3.88. Dogecoin at 41 cents. It's up 10% today. We have green across the board. Ethereum Classic, you know, has been up 10% today. That's part of the reason why I sold off all of my holdings there. And so this is kind of like my approach. So I kind of have, what I've done is I've set aside the coins that I want to basically have at the end of the bull market. So I want to like maintain a certain amount of coins. So I kind of have these thresholds of like, I won't sell off any more than this amount. But there's mainly 4 coins that I want to be making, like, that are the ones that I'm going to be holding at the very end. And so I am going to be prioritizing actually selling off altcoins. So those 4 coins are Bitcoin, Ethereum, DOT, and Link. So those are like the 4 ones that I am, you know, focused on keeping a specific amount and not selling past a certain point. Filecoin at 160, XTZ up 3.59% at $5.80 today. Gold isn't doing much, up a little bit today. Mana at 142, XRP 154, Cardano 134. Yeah, you know, Coinbase stock is just hasn't really, you know, done a ton. It's just, you know, it's really hanging out at 350. It's like, if anyone believes in set point theory, I think Coinbase's, you know, set point is 300 is what it feels like it's been doing. Matic at 80 cents. I am still really, really grateful for that Matic trade that I had last week. Oh man, I added waves to my list because my friend asked me about it like a couple days ago. It went from 24 all the way up to 37, up 37% today. That is wild. So let's go ahead and take a look back. I mean, Ethereum is you know, is the main performer of the day, the headliner of this concert. I love to like I feel like I like to look at coins and their price movement and like give it like a personality and like compare it to like things that humans do. I do that all the time. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, no, I think by the end of the day, we're gonna see some new all-time highs with Ethereum. It's just going berserk and I love everything about it. Okay, so to give you guys an update on this whole like car rental experiment that I'm in the middle of. So if you just got here, my friend and I, we bought Jeep Wranglers and we know there's a huge shortage of rental vehicles on the island, 1, and 2, they are expensive. If you are trying to rent anything like in the month of May or June or even July, you're probably not going to get a weekly rate for much less than like $1,000. So, and that's getting like a very low end vehicle. If you want like a Jeep for the week, it's gonna be like $2,000 or $3,000. So we are we're renting out our Jeeps, and then we start renting out our personal cars. And then very quickly, I don't even have a car to drive. Well, today I do, but the last 4 days I've had no car to drive because all 4 of our cars are gone. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a scooter. And I used to have a scooter, but then it got stolen in September of 2019, but I bought it when I first got here in Puerto Rico in April of 2018. So I had it for about 1.5 years. And so I was thinking, well, shoot, I know that there's like only one place that rents like, scooters, and not electric scooters, but gas scooters. And I wanna say that I had paid like $65 to $70 for a 1-day rental on this really crappy scooter that was a 50cc that was falling apart. I mean, it was trash, okay? And I've ridden some pretty, crappy scooters when I used to travel through Asia. And I'm like, well, shoot, if I can rent out this scooter, and my scooter's way nicer than his, okay? Let's say that I can rent out a scooter for $75 a day. And if I can get it rent out the entire month, that's $2,250. I literally just paid $1,900 for 3 scooters. Well, $1,900 a piece, right? And then also it's for me too, because I have way too much fun on scooters. So it's like this scooter can literally pay for itself in a month. Are you kidding me? So it's like a specialty thing too, right? Like what I've learned is that people are willing to pay extra for something that's like a specialty, like it's not a car, it's not like, it's different. It's a scooter, right? Scooters aren't super common here. And I literally have one competitor and his scooters are trash. So how are things going with the whole car rental situation? It's been really interesting. So in the first 3 weeks or so, my revenue for renting out my Jeep has been $1,500, okay? So I paid for it cash, but technically the monthly cost to get a Jeep is $650 a month. So my Jeep is paying for itself plus some. And then I rented out my Fiat, and my revenue collected for my Fiat, $1,500, okay? $1,500, and I got the car for free. It's crazy, you guys. So listen, this is what I am telling you to consider. This might be your next side hustle. If there's Turo in your area in the States, you are lucky because we don't have Turo here. So it makes things a little bit more complicated. But you should look at your nearby areas and see what rental cars are going for. And then, see if there's a market for it. There very well could be, either to rent out your own vehicle or if you want to buy another vehicle to try this out. And what's the worst case scenario? You can't find someone to rent it and then you just sell the car. I don't know. It seems like very little downside. There's also a shortage of cars in Puerto Rico in general, used cars. So selling it wouldn't even be challenging, but you want to take those things into consideration. So that's all I have for you today in this video. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.